All right, everyone. So what I wanted to do today is just highlight a feature of the game that you are going to unlock really early on, but it's going to be very easy to just accidentally forget about it, kind of cast it aside, and you are missing out a lot more gold than you could be making. So this is something that, good news as well, is it's not really going to take a whole lot of time or effort to really get it sorted out. But if you do take the, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour or so to get it sorted out a little bit, you're going to be making way more free gold each day than you could. And that is, of course, going to be your Boar Hat sales. This little register recipe, it also says calculate sales when you actually have sales that have come in. And this is going to be kind of like a sub-feature of cooking where you can actually go to Hawk and collect free gold based on what you actually have registered here, as well as a couple of other important things. So there are some very important things to take note of when it comes to this feature of the game. And surprisingly, a lot of them are going to come right here at the top where it says calculate sales from the little tip thing. So the maximum amount that can be earned from each table is 500,000 gold. Okay, so that's an important thing to take note of. Dishes eaten by friends are also included when calculating sales. The maximum amount of gold added to one sales calculation is 50,000 gold. That's very, very important to keep mind of. You can acquire recipes through bond registering. An acquired recipe will automatically start selling. So those are some really important things that I think a lot of people didn't actually read them and are missing out on a lot of gold because of that. So how the system is going to work is it's relatively simple. And what you're going to do is as you actually start cooking, you guys will go to bond and you'll see here that your recipes are going to start to level up here. And if you're wondering what these levels do, is it's going to increase the amount of gold that you get from those recipes when they are registered in that sales place right there where you can actually put 5 recipes. So the higher level recipes are going to make more passive gold for you, which is why if you registered your recipes really early on when you unlocked this feature and you haven't really gone back to sort this out, you're probably still using really low level recipes that are not making a lot of gold. So what I went through, and I'll tell you guys like my strategy so far, I'm sure it'll change over time, but there's a few important notes about the actual recipes that you register. So, okay, let's go to the change icon. All right, so you have the levels of the recipes, and you'll see here, let's actually sort it by time, because that's an important one, right? So the 1 hour recipes here, you can see that the starting price is 220 gold per hour. And as you level them up, it is going to go up, which is why you definitely want to make sure that the recipes that you register here are leveled up. If you can, get them to level 5. Again, it's one of those things where the sooner you do this, the more you're going to make out of it in the long term. The longer that you go by having unleveled recipes in your sales calculator here, the more gold that you are missing out on for free each day. So the sooner you do this, the better. Now, another important thing is the actual time required for the sales. You see, these ones are 1 hour and they start off at 220 gold. However, there are also 3-hour recipes, but it's a little bit less gold per hour, right? You see, these ones start off at 600 gold, but it's 3 hours. So if you do the math here, these ones are 1 hour, but they start off at 220 gold. So you get rewarded a little bit extra efficiency for having recipes that have a shorter time frame in a sense. And then you also have the recipes that last for a full day here. And you see those ones start off at, I want to say, 4,500 gold. And again, if you do the math, it's below 200 gold per hour, but they have a 1 day sales period. Now, leveling them up makes a really big difference, and I have a few of them leveled all the way up to 5. You'll see here they start off at 4,500, and they go all the way up to, I want to say it's around 30,000. Look at that, 30,600, some of my recipes maxed out. Now, if you do decide to actually max out the lower time frame recipes, like the 1 hour one, you're actually going to make more than that 30,600 gold per 24 hours because it has a lower time frame and a higher efficiency. Now, what I decided to do is I maxed out the actual gold food because this food is, you're going to be using a lot of it anyway, so it's a really, really easy one to max out. It has a 1 day time frame, so, I didn't really want to have to worry about coming back here and having things pile up, be maxed out, and checking this. Although, if you're an active player, maybe this isn't the best strategy. Maybe you want to go with a recipe that actually has a shorter time frame. But another reason is this little caveat here, or this little tip that you'll come back across under calculate sales, where it says friends eaten by your dishes eaten by your friends, sorry about that, they are going to factor into the sales calculator right here. Dishes eaten by friends are also included when calculating sales. So the gold food works really, really well for this because it is a food you're going to be leveling up to max level anyway, most likely, because you're going to be just using so much of it. And it also has that 1 day time frame, which works really well for me. Maybe it doesn't work very well for you and your playstyle. And also, to me, it feels like it's going to be one of the top foods that a lot of your friends are also going to be eating as well. So you're going to be capitalizing on a lot of that additional bonus. Now, if you have other foods or you know your friends really well, you know what kind of foods that they eat, I don't really know. My friends list is pretty much mostly random, so I'm trying to just go with my best guesses here that probably gold foods are the most likely foods to be eaten on a consistent basis. But if you know this a little bit better, you can kind of work the system on your own the way that you feel is going to be best for you and your playstyle. But big mistake is just don't leave things unleveled. Don't have this kind of set up the exact same way that you have it when it was first introduced to you in the game, because it had you do things like, or had you put in like the meat pie recipe and stuff like that, probably food that is not very efficient, still not leveled up to 5, and probably also food that your friends are not really going to be eating a lot. So you could easily make 150, 200,000 plus gold per day by actually taking the time to do this efficiently. So I highly recommend that you guys take a look at it, and the sooner that you do it, the more you're going to get out of it, because every day that you delay this is free gold that you're missing out on. And the last piece of good news is once you end up finishing this, then you are done. You don't really have to go back and change it if you don't want to, because it's just free gold that you're going to be getting passively each and every day. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that this helped out. If you guys already do this, let me know what your kind of food strategy is for your recipe tables and what you're kind of doing, because I'm interested what other people are going with when it comes to their registered recipes. But with that being said, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video and you want more like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to help out, leaving a like means more than you can imagine, so thank you to all of you who do that. And more Grand Cross Global videos should be popping up on the screen right about now. Feel free to check them out, but if not, until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.